of the New Patriotic Party and also an energy analyst. Kwadwo, you're welcome to Eyewitness News. The Asante is saying that there should be a priority that should focus on establishing industries to create more jobs. He talks about that, but he also says that the VRA should be diversified. The Ghana Grid Company, same. You are the person who's been playing in this industry for some time now. Is that the solution to our doomsday problems?
My brother, for one, my name is Kwadwo Poku.
Sorry, say that again.
My name is Kwadwo Poku. Really, I don't know why everybody wants to put Nsafwa at the end of it.
The Nsafwa is nicer. They want you to have a nicer...
The Nsafwa in the middle. Let it stay in the middle.
Okay, no problem. We'll put in the middle henceforth. Apologies for putting the key in the middle. Okay.
Well, yeah, the key is the middle. And I don't think we have a doomsday problem. I think we have...
Oh, we do. Maybe you don't have. Maybe you have an energy solution in your house.
I don't know what it means. I just know that we have an energy sector challenges.
I can explain to you. It's a tree coinage, which means power off, power on. Doomsday. That's what is happening. The power keeps going off.
Well, but what we are talking about is a long-term solution to the energy sector. I think what the Otumfuo is trying to point out is that we need a private sector participation in the energy sector, and it is not it's not lost on anybody that we do need that private sector investment. Look, as far back as 2016-17, the PDS was on the table, which is a compact tool with the US. That did not go. That went through and basically fell apart, and we thought the government will have aggressively pursue another form of private sector in ECG and then follow up to other value chain in the energy sector. The energy sector is a sector that before it used to be only government run, because you go from Akosombo, which was VRA, to BRICO, and to all the ECG distribution. Now you have private sector playing 73% of the IPPs, which is the independent power producers, who are now private sector. Then you had Ghana Gas, which is the transmitter. But now you also have a part of the transmission pipeline being played by Genza, who has also built this pipeline from Engini to Ahomaso, which is also private sector led. And you need capital, because if the government side does it, it means government is the majority shareholder. The investment has to come from government coffers, which we don't have the money. So yes, there is a call in the right direction. We really need, and it's funny Otumfuo talks about, because these are things that some of us in the civil society space have been talking about, to diversify some of our portfolios, to raise money to do some of the developmental agendas that government have. VRA is a good starting point. But for me, the big one that I think we should look at is GAPOA, Ghana Ports and Harbour, Ghana Airport. Why are we owning those things 100%? It doesn't make any sense.
But energy is a national security installation. You want us to hand that over to a private sector person?
Which part of it are you talking about security? Which part of it is security?
The whole mix, the generation, the transmission and the distribution.
What's the security about it?
What's
the security about it?
If the owner decides to shut the system down, Jubilee House will be in darkness.
Yes, but diversifying doesn't mean that you sell. You see, there is a diversification, which means you are selling. There are various types of diversification. Let me put it that way. When we started the divestiture program as far back as 1987, that at that point the DIC was to sell not profitable ventures, sell them off 100%. But in 2021 upwards, when President Otumfuo came, he was able to now bring a new form of diversification where we look at Ghana Commercial Bank, GCB now, we look at SIC and where we diversify some interest, not to say that you are selling the whole entity, but diversify 45% and give the operatorship interest to a private sector to bring in the private governance that we are lacking. So nobody is saying that go and sell your transmission lines 100% to anybody. These exercises have been done across the world over and over.
But we've tried it in the past. Kwadwo, we tried it with Aqua Vitens run for Ghana Water Company somewhere during the Kufuor administration. And then just a second. And then we recently did the ECG PDS deal. Is that
not diversification? Let me correct. That was not Aqua Vitan was not diversification. We gave the management. We own it 100%, but we gave the management. We did not sell shares of the company.
And the same with so the PDS is also a similar thing, right? Also
PDS is, that's what I'm saying, that PDS was handled wrongly when we came up with this 50% Ghanaian ownership and all that. Look, I just feel that if Ghana wants to diversify, you want to sell 49% or whatever percentage of your interest to the private sector and let them bring in the required money and the expertise to run it. Don't be too passionate on the Ghanaian ownership. I know people have this soft spot that, things have to be owned by Ghanaians, but that's where the problem starts, okay? So if you want good entrepreneurs, good investors to come into your country and bring that money, don't be hung up on the Ghanaian ownership thing. I personally think that we should move on away from that because there isn't enough money in this country to be able to buy some of these things. There isn't. That's the honest truth. So, look, Aqua Vitan was not a divestiture. It was a management contract that was given. PDS was the only one that we gave out on concession. And that one, because we went and introduced 51% Ghanaian ownership, it brought up all the problems that we saw that happen at the end of the day. But it's a right call, and some of us are very passionate about that.
Very well. Let's see how that goes. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you very much, my brother.
That's Kwadwo Poku. He is an energy analyst speaking to us there on the proposal by the Otumfuo Asantehene Otumfuo Osei Tutu.